Oh, they go the Gragas.
Okay, Gragas locked in here.
So they didn't want to flex the Akali. Gragas is good into the Jax, and it can disrupt the fight. But I think MKOI's comp is kind of all over the place, right?
100%.
Ashe Seraphine, they wanted long extended right now with the push from Fnatic. But MKOI, they want to contest this.
Step up. It feels like a little bit safe. Oh, yeah, hovering. Just got a vision. Level 4, ready to kick the fight up. But if Supa dies, it might not matter. The barrier's there. A little bit of extra shielding, but Supa's now going to fall. Lethal Tempo fully stacked for upset. They should at least be able to kill Razork, but can Elyoya make it out to safety? Flash away. Lostba and upset chasing down Alvaro. Desperate to get one more kill to further push this in their favor. Flash forward from Lostba as he takes another. Elyoya debating if he can go back in because it's Jojo Pune on the way forward. Flash, 5-point strike into the Shroud, looking for the Shuriken flip, connects onto upset, wants to finish off, wants to go for full style points. Elyoya grabs one, Jojo will grab the other.
Jojo, are you kidding me? Before level 6. Akali before level 6 is not a very scary champion. It's really at that spike that she starts to ramp up. Now MKOI are pushing forward. Lostba has no flash, continues getting slowed.
Becomes lightning connects, Lostba will fall. Nice angle from the side of MKOI.
The bot wave. If Sporo gets to crash this, I think Fnatic can be really, really happy with this cross map. They're not going to have any pressure to dive Mirwin, but even without that, I feel like they can be pretty happy with this trade.
Reads to me a bit like MKOI just prioritizing the side lane pressure they can get from these grubs a bit more. But yeah, a bit odd. Dragons have kind of been the name of the game, especially in this series. And it did feel like MKOI had it.
Fnatic are just going to have to drop it. With no cross map of their own, as Mirwin is pushing in the top side as well. Going to pick up the first tower top. Fnatic are winning all across the board here. No, MKOI, I mean.
MKOI, yeah, no. Fnatic are spectating.
Holding a big CS lead again. It's not as big as it was in game 1, but he's still making his presence known as Fnatic wants to invade.
Trying to force, but Mirwin is here too. This is not the fight that they were looking for. Wild Growth used. EQ combo interrupted! The knockback stops it from connecting. Mirwin gonna grab that kill.
Mirwin doesn't need to fight Sporo because he can just use his Q on the wave.
Oh,
didn't get spotted.
Vladdy going in, quick stun. Bear is there, Counter-Strike is there. Good damage on Mirwin. They know he has no ultimate, trying to kill him as much as he can. Sapporo getting the shutdown. Mirwin and myself overestimating his tankiness there when Vladdy is in the picture, but MKOI immediately respond with a cross map of their own, top wave pushing, mid tower down.
The patience of Vladdy paid off in the end as they got the 500 gold shut down, and Saboros can be able to pick up the bot tower. And because there's no top tower on, there's no tower on top, that means that Vladdy is not going to lose any minions as he's now able to catch that wave. MKOI though pick up the mid tower, pick up the Herald. No slouches of their own.
Continuing to trade up, although it is 1-1 in Drake's. One spawning in 3. I think we'll see any early.
I want to fight for the red buff here.
Razork, here comes lightning. Alvaro, good angle to get the fight kicked off. 2 members charmed up. Arrow immediately in onto Razork. He doesn't even have time to push a single button. Soboro in the midst of 4. Counter-Strike a decent start. Has to leap strike away, but it's knocked back by Mirwin into the waiting arms of all 5 members of MKOI. Jojo Pune trying to get tricky with it. Nice knock up on the Wild Growth. Immediate polymorph to follow. The second half of Shuriken Flip will take him away and out to safety. MKOI starting to dominate in this game 3.
It's a disaster for Fnatic. 2 members down. They're going to lose the tier 2 as well. I think useful then.
A little bit of context. Akali spawned with a Hextech alternator, so
That's
it is
true.
a little bit tough. Okay, well, there you go.
What the hell?
Support delete is season 3, baby. He's deleting supports. That's gonna be ulti from Vladdy, though. It's a good stall. Razork there, ready to follow. Mega Blast Cone knocks Jojo so far back with the E2. Already ready on to upset. Upset forced to flash away. Sporo with the Counter-Strike. Decent damage down, but he needs so much time if he wants to work through those health bars. Flash over the wall from Vladdy. Knockback on the cast coming in from Mirwin. Getting lower and lower as Elyoya tries to hold the line. Jojo Pune looking for an angle in, but it's Mirwin down. Elyoya looks like he might be next to follow as Vladdy grabs the shutdown. E2 from Jojo is big. Flash over the wall to take him away. Razork flashing over to give Sapporo away to continue chasing. Mega Blast Cone there for Jojo. One auto, the shutdown! Triple shutdowns!
The fact that he's able to pick off upset in the back half shows how skilled he is on this Akali. And it's been such...
Right next to the Drake. Alvaro's ulti's ready.
Deep flank here. Very deep flank from Sporo. He's not on a ward. He can look for Supa.
Arrow goes wide. Ulti not very good from Alvaro either. Soboro on the backside. Upset still standing for now, trying to get as much space as possible. Likely just going to fall to Jojo Pune in the meantime, but what else can they get done? Vladdy getting lower and lower. The split fight, though. Soboro has to make the difference. Elyoya down. Razork probably likely to follow. The bear continues to chase, but Jojo Pune remains relatively untouched and almost single-handedly carries that fight for for MKOI.
Jojo just shuts the door into Fnatic's face. I need a replay. How did he get onto upset and just kill him like that? I thought this fight looked pretty good for Fnatic rather, with the flank that Saburo had. The arrow didn't land, the Seraphine ult didn't look the greatest, but upset just seemed powerless up against this Akali. As MKOI, they're not going to be able to get the Nash. They're not going to get a huge gold lead.
So good. CS.
Fighting.
Ulti. Oh, ulti. They're in trouble now. Yeah. Running in. Body slam. Auto. This going no, but it's Razork who's looking to collapse onto Alvaro, stopping the ulti from coming through, which just barely clips upset. Nice start, forcing out an early cleanse. Off to the side is Vladdy, though. He isn't going to do a damn thing! He stacks the stun up just to die! It's once again, Jojo has a good angle. He and Elyoya tag teaming through the fight. All of MKOI collapsing now onto Fnatic. Upset untouched over the wall, but he just doesn't have the time or the space to get anything done. A good wild growth, a good counter strike. But Jojo still pushing forward, looking for a little bit more. Elyoya debating if they can push for the dive. For now, though, happy to look at the last man standing. It is upset, standing alone under this tower. Nowhere left to go. Elyoya grabs the kill.
And MKOI, they strike back, getting 2 kills up their own.
Engage for both Alvaro and Elyoya is like the key to success for MKOI.
Face ignore here.
Body slam, combo, knock back into Elyoya. Immediate follow-up, arrow coming through as well. Razork, the wild growth going to be used. Vladdy off to the side. They have to kill Jojo, but he's in the shroud. They polymorph him. They turn him into a little snowbound, and now they're going to.
What their price shall be.
I think slow, calm, collected is the name.
They're nearly able to pick up Jojo, but not quite enough. The Merc Tread saving him there. As MKOI are able to pick up a tier 2 as well. Feeling pretty good about themselves, making the gold go
cost them the game. They're grouping mid. Side waves in a relatively good spot, and now a pretty fast collapse here on Elyoya. They spot Jojo, hopefully they spot the TP as well. They're all immediately turning them with that Akali out of the picture, but she's in this round already, and it's an amazing ult from Alvaro. Saburo goes golden right as the McHale's comes in. It's a coordination disaster for Fnatic and a masterclass from MKOI.
And Alvaro, he hits them with the ultimate and he seals their fates. MKOI, they get the Nash, they get 3 kills. And it has to feel like it's all over for Fnatic. That was the last chance to try to pick up Elyoya, but they just don't have the position that they need to do to really do so. Oh, they want to go into Jojo, but I don't think they can. TP behind from Mirwin. Mirwin has the flash. He could go, but doesn't want to go too deep here.
All right. Couple pieces of bread, nothing between. Bit of a nothing burger there as MKOI now keeping the pressure up, not even resetting. I think it makes a lot of sense. You're already so powerful, you know there's not really anything that Fnatic are going to be able to pick up. Yes, it's 3 items for upset, but he doesn't have any armor pen either. Knocking open the base, taking down an inhibitor would be a good position to be in. We've still got Jojo splitting for the 4-1.
Jojo is both with no TP. Maybe Fnatic, it's so hard to engage though.
They go off on the side. Vladdy desperate.
Oh, Saburo really deep TP. This looks really
an awkward one. Now Jojo immediately gets back on, trying to hold on to the upset. The shutdown is there though, and upset is still standing. Elyoya pressing guard, keeping him alive for now. Flash forward, ulti there. Ulti back up for Alvaro though, holding the line. The arrow connects onto Laspa. Saburo wants to do something, but there's just too much damage on this MKOI lineup. They finally killed Jojo, and it might just cost them the game.
You may slay Jojo, but you won't kill anybody else. MKOI, they're looking at their nexus, eyes set. Fnatic want to try to defend. Upset is up. Vladdy, can he find the stun?
But it just doesn't feel like enough. Super raining fire down on those towers. Dash in for Mirwin, immediately polymorph. Decent damage coming in for upset, but it's just not enough. There's too many members of MKOI standing right in melee range, ready to knock them down. At the end of the day, it's MKOI coming out on top.
Jojo, Pune, and Elyoya. What a fantastic performance.